Hello, I've got a book to read to you today, but it's not a storybook. It's a non-fiction book, which means it's full of information and facts, and you can probably guess what the information is about. Let's read the title. I love whales and dolphins. First, facts and pictures. And look, I can see a killer whale. I can see some different dolphins here. Perhaps that's a whale as well. Shall we have a look? I love whales and dolphins. Now, the interesting thing about fact books or non-fiction books is you don't actually have to read the whole thing, and you don't even need to start at the beginning and finish at the end. You can dip in and out and find the facts that you want to find. So today I'm interested to find out about whales. I'll look at dolphins another day, I think, but I particularly want to read about whales. This is a contents page, and you usually get one of these at the start of every non-fiction book. And it tells us, with the numbers next to it, what pages we might find the facts we need on. So the first page here is page 4, and it says killer whale. Well, that sounds like a whale. Let's turn to page 4. Oh, look, and you have to keep your eye on the page numbers. Look, here it says page 4 and page 5. Killer whale. The killer whale is not actually a whale, but the biggest member of the dolphin family. Oh, so that isn't actually what I wanted. So I think I'll leave that page. I'm going to go back to the contents and see if I can find another page to read about whales. The next one on the list is a bottlenose dolphin. I'm going to read that a different day. That's not about a whale. Atlantic spotted dolphin. Sounds interesting, but it's still not what I want today. Sperm whale. Yes, that sounds like the sort of page I need. Page 10. Now I'm going to flick the pages over. You tell me when I get to 10. This is 4 and 5. 6 and 7. 8 and 9. Haha. 10. Sperm whale. It says the sperm whale is the largest hunter that has ever lived. It is found in all oceans, even cold Arctic waters, and is one of the deepest diving whales. It can dive more than 3,000 metres into the ocean. Wow. Here it says, this whale has a huge appetite. It hunts big fish and octopuses, but its favourite food is giant squid. Look, this is a giant squid, and it still looks small compared to the sperm whale. Wowzers. Let's read this fact over here. Due to its enormous size, the sperm whale has the biggest brain of any animal. Wow. And I guess if its brain is here somewhere, it would be big. Must be quite clever then. The sperm whale's back fin is just a small hump. Doesn't really look like a fin, does it? With even smaller humps behind it. What does this one say? There are about 50 teeth in the whale's lower jaw, but no teeth at all in its upper jaw. Look at this. That's interesting. Look. Lots of teeth under there and the lower jaw, and nothing there. Can you imagine having lots of teeth on your bottom jaw and no teeth on the top? I wonder how you'd eat. And now this little section says small giants. That's the heading of this little section. There are 2 other sperm whales. The pygmy sperm whale is medium sized. The dwarf sperm whale is tiny, but still twice as big as a person. So they're still pretty big, aren't they? Wow, look how enormous that sperm whale looks. I'm not sure I'd like to meet him. Right, I've come back to the contents page now because I read about the sperm whale, and now I'd like to find a different page about a different whale. This next one on the list says dusky dolphin. That sounds like a dolphin to me, so I don't think I want to read that one. Not today anyway. The next one says narwhal. Don't think I want that one either. Common dolphin. I'll come back to that another time. Oh, but look here. Grey whale on page 18. Let's see if we can find that. I might just see if I can flick by grabbing a few pages together and keeping my eye on the page. Oh, nearly. I'm on page 14 and 15 now with the narwhal. here we go, page 18. Goodness, he's got lots of things stuck to him, I think. Let's have a little read about grey whale. There's the heading. And there's lots of little captions in sections that tell us all about them. Look, these arrows are pointing to different parts of the picture. And I expect this bit of writing tells us what it's pointing to. Let's have a look. Right, so it says grey whale. Just like other mammals, whale and dolphin mothers give birth to babies and feed them on milk. That means they don't lay eggs, they give birth to their babies. The newborn grey whale is up to 5 metres in length and weighs more than half a tonne. Goodness, and that is just a baby. Let's have a look over here. Oh, let's look at this fact. The heading here is pesky pests. Limpets and barnacles are small shelled creatures, and usually they live on rocks, but some attach themselves to whales. I wonder, when the whale goes for a swim in the sea, whether the barnacles and limpets go too. Kind of looks like they do, look. I think that's what all of these things are, stuck to the whale. Doesn't look too worried about it though. What does this one say? Grey whales poke their heads out of the water to look around, and this is called spy hopping. That's a clever thing to do. What about this one over here? Oh, it's pointing to this little one here. The young whale is called a calf. It stays with its mother for 9 months, feeding on her milk. I really like the way the little calf, the baby whale, is being protected by the grey whale's fin here. That's really nice. It's really interesting that it's called a calf as well, a bit like a baby cow. Now, there's one more little fact over here that I need to get to. It says, wow, let's try and get it in focus. The baby grey whale grows inside its mother's body for 13 months before it's born. That's more than a year, growing in his mummy's tummy. There we go. We know some facts about the grey whale now. Let's go back to the contents page. Here we are again at the contents page. You see what I mean? We don't need to read the story, the book, right from the beginning to the end like a story. We just keep going in, having a look. Yeah, that looks interesting, and we'll go and find that page. So, the last thing we read was about a grey whale on page 18. Now, the next thing on the list on the contents is a humpback whale, and that's on page 20. Now, we're getting towards the end, so I'm going to flick right to the end of the book and see if it's quicker to go backwards. And it is, look, there we are, page 20, there's the number, and 21, and the heading is humpback whale. So let's have a little read and see what facts they're going to tell us about the humpback whale. Okay, the humpback whale, that's the heading. And now it says whales can sing. I have never heard a whale sing, have I? Their songs are squeaks, squeals and moans that travel through the water. The male humpback whale is one of the noisiest whales. And over here where this arrow is, oh, I need to zoom out a little bit here because look, the whale's upside down and is splashing into the water. It says whales can often be seen splashing backwards into the water, and this is called breaching. Look, that's his eye, he's upside down, and there are his fins. What's this arrow say here, this label next to this arrow? It says the humpback's flippers are massive, up to 5 metres in length, with lumps along the front edge. Goodness me, 5 metres is a very, very long fin. Okay, what does this little fact say? Sea snack. Humpback whales gulp in lots of water, trapping small animals inside their mouths to feed on. Interesting. And one last fact here, the male's song. The male is the man humpback whale. The male's song can last for 40 minutes, goodness me, or more. Then he sings it all again for up to 20 hours. Wow. 40 minutes is longer than one of the programmes on CBeebies. Even longer than that. And then he sings it all again for up to 20 hours. He'll be worn out. I would like to hear the song of a humpback whale, I think. Would you? Here we are again, looking at the contents page. We've had a look through some of these. The ones that were about whales we've had a look at, because that's what I'm interested to look at today. Perhaps another day we'll have a look again at the dolphins. So the last thing we looked at was the humpback whale. So now, oh, we've got a blue whale. on page 22. Let's have a little look at that. Right at the back, so I can just flick right to the back. Page 22. The blue whale. Let's have a little look at this. So, the blue whale is the biggest animal in the world, yet its main food is tiny shrimp-like creature called krill. Each one is smaller than your finger. The blue whale eats more than 3,000 tons of krill every day. That is a lot of krill. And look, there's an arrow here. Let's read what the caption says about that. The blue whale is about 33 metres in length and weighs 190 tons. That is very long and very heavy. Wowzers. What does this caption say, I wonder? The tongue of the blue whale is so big that over 50 people would be able to stand on it. I'm not sure I'd want to though, would you? Let's look at this one here, this section. This little box says, the blue whale can make a grunting sound that is louder than a space rocket taking off. You'd definitely need air defenders for that, wouldn't you? Oh, look, this arrow is pointing to the tail. As the blue whale dives into the water, its tail sticks high into the air. I guess that's what you see as it dives then, as it disappears into the water. We've got one more fact over here. And the heading is whale out of water. Instead of teeth, many whales have long strips of tough, springy substance called baleen. I guess the blue whale's got a baleen instead of teeth. He's pretty big. Look how he compares to that boat with 4 people in the boat fishing. That's absolutely enormous. Wow. Now let's go back to the contents page, because there was one more thing I spotted on this list. At the end it said fun facts on page 24. Let's have a little look at the fun facts, and I know that's right at the end, so I just flipped straight to the end. Now, killer whale, not interested in that today. Bottlenose dolphin, nor that. Blue whale. Here's a fun fact about the blue whale. The heart of the blue whale is the size of a small family car. Gosh, that's really big, isn't it? I guess it would need to be big though. If the blue whale's so big, you need a big heart to pump lots of blood all around its body. A sperm whale, here's another fun fact. A sperm whale has huge teeth. A single tooth weighs as much as a bag of sugar. Wow, what would a whole mouthful of teeth weigh then, I wonder? There's a fun fact about grey whales here. These whales are often found in shallow water and enjoy swimming in the surf. Ooh, I do too. Not sure I'd want to meet a grey whale though. Common dolphin, not today. Humpback whale. These whales travel on long journeys so they can give birth to their young in warmer waters. Humpback whales perhaps don't like the cold water then. And then these fun facts are about dolphins and narwhals, so I'm not going to read those today. Perhaps we'll wait for another day to do that. They were good facts actually. I didn't know that. I've learnt something new today. And that is our information book, or our non-fiction book about whales and dolphins. I hope you enjoyed it. See you later.